Coming up on your Blazers Sports Report, we catch up with VSU's baseball and softball teams as the seasons progress.
Then we'll have an inside look at the first day of spring football and also check in with VSU's volleyball team. Your Blazers Sports Report is up next. Hello, welcome to the Blazers Sports Report. I'm Maya Bramletta.
And I'm Chandler Wilkerson. It was a wet weekend here in Valdosta as the Blazers softball team was scheduled for a 3-game series against the Lee University Flames. Blazers sports reporter Maggie McGlamry has more on the outcome.
This weekend, Valdosta State softball faced a different kind of enemy, the rain. Their Friday night game against the Lee University Flames was canceled because of thunderstorms. Saturday, the teams attempted a doubleheader in more steady rainfall. The Blazers shut out the Flames 8-0 in the first game. We spoke with head coach Thomas Massera about how the weather impacted his team.
The weather always changes the game because the ball's wet, the bats are wet. I mean, it's not a big factor, but it is a factor in this game, and I think we may would have played a little bit better in that second game. As the rain progressed and all, it just made everything wet, and it's just hard to handle.
Left fielder Brandy Morgan led Valdosta State with 3 RBIs, including a solo homer in the second. Pitcher Caitlin Calhoun only allowed 3 hits in the game, improving her record to 15-4. In the second game of the doubleheader, the Blazers fueled a comeback after being down 3 runs early in the game. However, the game was called in the 6th inning because of the downpour, resulting in a 7-7 tie.
It would really been nice to play those other 2 games. It's a team that we should be able to handle, and 2 more wins increases our winning percentage, which would put us higher in the rankings. So it'll actually drop us some.
The Blazers travel to face the Mississippi College Choctaws this weekend in a 3-game conference series. Fortunately, there's no rain scheduled in Clinton anytime soon. With your Blazers Sports Report, I'm Maggie McGlamry.
Thanks, Maggie. After the Blazers travel to Mississippi this weekend, they have a 5-game homestand. They host Albany State April 7th in a non-conference doubleheader, and then continue Gulf South play in a crucial series against number 10 ranked Alabama Huntsville. We wish the Blazers the best of luck as they fight to move up in GSC rankings.
Last week, the baseball team won in stunning fashion over number 7 ranked Tampa Spartans. Blazers are now 10-6 in Gulf South Conference play this season. With just over a month remaining on the schedule, the team is poised for a win streak. Blazers sports reporter P.D. Powers has more on the team.
As baseball season continues, the VSU baseball team is proving to be a force to be reckoned with. Last week, the team won both of its games, including a long 3-hour thriller against last year's national champion, the University of Tampa. We got a chance to catch up with third baseman Marcus Sigmund to get a feel for the Blazers' mindset after the win.
Yeah, and they are a really good team. Tampa, defending national champions, and we knew that coming in. Get a little fired up, and I think we came to play, played a good ball game, and beat a good team. Yeah, it wasn't the first inning that we'd want. We give up 4 runs, and really Troy Massara, the pitcher, really kept us in the game. For us to get back, scoring with a couple runs. So.
The Blazers are currently on a bit of a hot streak, and Marcus is hoping the team can continue their stellar play as the season comes to a close.
I'd like to say that we're probably about to hit stride right now, play some good conference weekends, put up a good record, going into the tournament, and keep rolling into the tournament, win a championship.
We are excited to continue watching Marcus and the Blazer baseball team continue to improve as they head into tournament play. With the Blazer Sports Report, I'm Pete.
The team has several interesting matchups ahead, and there is only 1 month remaining in the season. 2 of the last weekend matchups against Lee University were unfortunately rained out. Hopefully these April showers will hold off as we continue the rest of the season. The Blazers will be going on a road trip to Clinton, Mississippi this weekend, where they will take on Mississippi College Choctaws. The following week, the team will host Alabama Huntsville in a 3-game series.
After finishing last season in 2nd place in Gulf South Conference standings, the Lady Blazers volleyball team has a lot to be proud of and build upon. Last Monday, they finally took the court again for their first off-season practice this year. Blazers sports reporter Thomas Wright has more.
Volleyball training is back in session, and the Lady Blazers are back on the court training harder than ever. After finishing the 2016 season with a record of 23 wins and 7 losses, the Valdosta State volleyball team put together their program's second-best record in the past 10 years. I caught up with freshman setter and outside hitter Sarah Dandridge as she told me how the team is preparing for another great season.
We're training really hard in the gym, getting stronger every day, and going hard at practice and things like that, working on communication and staying out of our own heads and just working hard.
With only 1 loss coming at home last season, the Lady Blazers were a part of making history as they accumulated a total of 23 wins at home dating all the way back to the beginning of the 2014 season.
It was funny. We actually, it wasn't like we were waiting to lose, but I think we were all kind of surprised that we won that many games in a row. So every time we won, we'd be like, wow, like we just did that, you know? And when we lost, it wasn't like we were depressed or anything. It was just a good learning experience, and it was good.
With a week of off-season practices already behind them, Sarah and the Lady Blazers assure us of a great season in the making. For your Blazers Sports Report, I'm Thomas Wright.
Thanks, Thomas. The Lady Blazers and the rest of the Blazer family are eagerly looking forward to the release of the upcoming 2016 schedule. One Lady Blazer to watch is rising senior Susanna Paonia. Paonia was a 2015 All-South Region Honorable Mention and GSC Volleyball Defensive Player of the Week. Led by her defensive presence, we look forward to our volleyball program making history once again.
The Blazer football team started their spring practice with new head coach Kerwin Bell at the reins. Since the 2015 season, the team has gone through many staff changes. Blazer sports reporter Chandler Wilkerson has more on day 1 of spring practice and Coach Bell's adjustments.
Football is back again in Titletown as the Valdosta State Blazers made their spring practice debut under the Kerwin Bell era on Monday. The Blazers will practice 3 days a week under a new workout plan to prepare for the upcoming season. Fifth-year senior Thomas Wright spoke about his feelings going into the first spring practice.
First day of practice, I didn't have any jitters. I mean, it's my fifth go-around, doing this spring ball thing. It's just kind of like something normal to me now. It felt really good to be back on the field because I'm tired of just, being in the weight room and doing the runaround and, we out here doing football things, football drills, in helmets and stuff. Of course, you're not in pads, and that's really what everybody wants to do is be in pads, but, that day will come. But it felt really good to finally be back out here on the field.
Coach Bell may have been the biggest change that VSU made to its coaching staff, but he certainly wasn't the only one, and the team has plans to adjust to those coaching changes.
Some of the goals for this spring practice is, one is to get the defense down. We have a totally new defensive staff in, and we're just trying to get the plays down, the schemes down and everything. And it's just to have fun and just to be comfortable doing what we're doing, playing fast and not having mental breakdowns, not being scared to make mistakes. It's really just to come together as a unit and ultimately get better as a team.
The Blazer football team will have 2 scrimmages on April 9th and 16th before playing their annual spring game on April 23rd, as VSU has high hopes for bringing the title back to Wintersville. For Blazer Sports Report, I'm Chandler Wilkerson.
For more information on the team's upcoming practices, you can check Valdosta State's athletics website. Blazer football has 2 home scrimmages on April 9th and 16th at Bazemore Hatter Stadium. The team will return at Bazemore Hatter April 23rd for their highly anticipated annual spring game. The 2016 regular season kicks off September 3rd against Albany State, and their first Gulf South Conference matchup of the season will be September 17th against the University of North Alabama.
Well, that wraps up our show. Again, my name is Chandler Wilkerson.
And I'm Maya Bramletta. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for more Blazer sports coverage this spring.
Go Blazers!